Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Phi and this is Money Philosophy. Thank you for coming back for another day of Tesla technical analysis. Today we will take a look at the daily chart, the weekly chart, as well as the hourly chart together with volume to project the price target for the next couple of days as well as next week leading up to Q1 delivery result, which should be announced on or around April the 2nd of 2022. That is next Saturday, give or take. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I am a growth stock investor and a trader, and I'd love to share with you my investing and trading journeys. Without further ado, let's get right into it. If you're not yet a part of my Patreon page, check out the link below. There I share with my patrons more regularly on Tesla price targets and volume on a given day, as well as what I would do with my call options and whatnot. So check out the link below, and I look forward to see you on my Patreon page. Here you're looking at the daily chart for Tesla. Volume for today was 162%. The volume is about 2/3 sell volume and 1/3 buy volume. Volume over the last 4 days has been consistently over 100% and predominantly buy volume. Right now on the daily, actually as of yesterday on the daily chart, we saw an overbought here, which signaled a pullback today. However, today Tesla started out weaker, but went all the way up to $1,040, give or take, before pulling back down, ended the day just below $1,000. Right now, it is well above 50 days SMA, which is $900, and well above 200 days SMA, which is $858. Let's take a look at the hourly chart here. On the hourly, we see that Tesla almost hit the pivot point up top, which was $1,047. But it never really quite hit that pivot point there. It had a good 3 hours run this morning before retracing. The pivot points for tomorrow on the upper end would be $1,070. The middle pivot point is $1,006, and the bottom pivot point is $970. All three pivot points here are well above 50 days SMA, which is currently at $900. So I do think that Tesla has definitely resumed bullish. However, it needs to consolidate a little bit before continue spiking further. So on the hourly chart here, it's been very consistent ever since when it touched around $760. It has been making higher high, lower high, and then another higher high, lower high, consolidate and spike higher and higher. And it has been like that for a little while, so it makes sense that it would pull back a little bit today, even though the daily candle did not look very good. If you look at the hourly chart, it's still pretty consistently bullish, and it is just a higher high and lower high pattern here. So if tomorrow it get to 1070, then that's just another higher high, and then it should be retracing back down. However, given the daily candle price action, I don't think that we necessarily make a higher high tomorrow, and if we do, it might be a temporary top. So we'll have to observe this very carefully. I do expect Tesla to rise above 1,000 at some point tomorrow, and ideally I'd like for it to consolidate above $1,020 tomorrow in order for us to have some hope that it will continue to be higher on Friday. Otherwise, I think any consolidation between $954 to $1,040, a previous high of the day today, would be fair game. It should give it continued momentum to spiking further. But every time you see a chart that looks straight up like this, which is very regular in Tesla, it necessarily needs a pullback. So here you can see it has been spiking like crazy. It had a mini pullback for the day before spiking further. Here also 4 days in a row of very bullish days. It pulled back a little bit before spiking further. I think this has been a normal pattern, not just for Tesla, but for other stocks as well. When you have a lot of buying pressure, it's necessary to sell off a little bit to relieve some of the pressure, and then accumulate some more buyers later. So it doesn't come as a surprise. At the same time, as long-term shareholders in Tesla, I'm not one bit concerned about whether or not Tesla ends the day above or below 1,000 today. From a trading perspective, however, I'm looking for a pullback to get into call options. Hopefully, the pullback can happen tomorrow, Thursday, or the day after on Friday, March the 24th or the 25th. So I just drew in the daily bull flag in the making here for our reference. I don't think that the bull flag is necessarily formed yet. I still think it is in the process, but with the topping daily candle today, I think it's probably signaled the top of the flagpole there from this point to this point. And then now it just needs to consolidate between $941, which is the lower end of the bull flag, and $1,039, which is the upper end of the bull flag. If this is a bull flag, which requires consolidation a little bit more here, and if that's the case, the first price target for this bull flag would be $1,155. The second price target would be $1,287, surpassing previous all-time high. Right now we are at roughly $1,000, so a move to 1155 or 1287 seems rather unrealistic at this point, but you know how Tesla could run within a short amount of time. Especially we are about a week and a half out from the end of Q1 2022 with a little bit of production from Austin. It could be an opportunity for investors and traders to jump in here for a short-term trade leading into the end of the quarter. So I'm not entirely sure whether or not Tesla will materialize because once again, the bull flag is in the making. We just finished the flagpole. We need consolidation and a little bit of retracement, ideally even down to the 950 level or $941 level for this bull flag to be intact. On the other hand, we don't have a lot of time for the breakout. I hope that Tesla will consolidate for a couple of days and then tip back up to the upper end of the bull flag and then fire off to the first price target. Obviously, I don't have the crystal ball, otherwise I wouldn't be here. But if it is up to my guess, given the timing, which is next Friday being the last day of the bullish move temporarily, I think that Tesla would take a day or two to consolidate this week, get to the upper end of the bull flag by the end of Friday and or Monday, and then spend the next week to run. Ideally, it would run starting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week and get to the first price target, stop there for a day or two, and then make the last leg on the second half of next week. That is awfully optimistic, and that is completely speculation on my part. However, I'd like to see Tesla consolidates a little bit more before we can further solidify the timeline that I just mentioned. So I hope that it helps giving a little bit of context for a week and a half from now. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. So on the weekly, this is a bullish continuation. We have 2 more days to go. RSI still look pretty good for the weekly, meaning that it has more room to run. It would definitely be healthy to retrace a little bit down and then moving back up. But I don't think it's a bad situation now with 2 weeks in a row of the run. Last week, as I mentioned in my last couple of videos, was incredibly bullish. Bullish engulfing was the term. And so this week, it looks like bullish continuation. If it ends the week anywhere around 1020 to 1040, that is definitely another bullish candle. It is not uncommon for Tesla to run 4 weeks in a row, right? So we can see here back in October of 2021, it ran consecutively for 4 weeks. In the past, it also run, when it does want to run, it can run a lot. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks in a row of continuous run. So 2 weeks to 3 weeks in a row of a run is not uncommon for Tesla, especially we are leading into Q1 delivery result. And so I don't think that it's impossible to run another week after this week. If you are an option trader, you probably want to wait for a little bit of a retracement sometime tomorrow, if any, back down to around 986 or 950 before entering a call option to bet on a resumed bullish play leading into next week. So from a trading standpoint, I'm still going to look at April 1st expiration. If you guys know my channel, usually I advocate for a few weeks out and not just a week and a half out. However, when we are looking at earnings result or Q delivery result, I would like to look at shorter term option because an immediate run because an imminent run could mean a lot of return for short-term call option that is relatively close to the money. So right now Tesla is at $1,000 give or take. Closer to the money bet would be around, let's say 1025 or 1030 for next week, April 1st. We're looking at about 26 to 2700 give or take. And then 1050 would be right around $2,000. I would not go anywhere beyond $1,050 because I'm not planning to hold on to this for too long. I'm planning for a big run. Could be 1 day, could be 2 days, and that's about it. So this is actually not bad premium to enter for a week and a half time with a potential imminent run. If you are not sure about whether or not to enter into something that is so close in expiration date, you can always look at, say, June of 2022. This would cover the Q1 earnings results, so that could be a good thing because you'd have until June. I'd take a look at 1100 right now at around 7,700 or 1,200 right now at about $5,000. The reason I select these strikes because of the bull flag. So the first price target is 1155 and the second price target is 1287. I'd go below the price target in terms of strike. So 1100 or 1200 would be ideal if you have if you can afford a few months out in premium. So this is it for this video. I hope you find the information helpful. Any question, comment, or concern, please jot your note down below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Until the next video, bye.